What do you do in the evening when you don't know what to do? Read a book, play a game, every night is just the same. What do you say if I tell you how to keep from feeling blue? My advice is good to take and it's easier to do. When you're all alone, any old night, and you're feeling out of tune, pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. Underneath the bright, silvery light, you'll be feeling better soon. Pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. Look, look, look at the stars above. Look, look, look at those sweeties love. Oh boy, give me a night in June. I mean it, all you got to do any old night when you're feeling out of tune. Pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. When you make a date any old night, gonna meet your sweetie soon. Pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. Underneath the bright, silvery light, that's the only place to spoon. Pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. Walk, walk, kiss and then walk again, talk, talk, kiss and then talk again, oh joy, sweethearts are all in tune. I mean it, when it's raining out, stay in a room, but on a lovely night in June, here's what to do, sweetie, and you just get out and get under the moon. If you're with a girl and she is cold, says she doesn't want her spoon, don't you feel blue? Here's what you do, just get out and get under the moon. If you feel a kiss and she gets sore, she'll forget it mighty soon. Don't stop to fret, she'll learn to pet when you get her under the moon. Indoors, there's not a thing to do. In-laws walk in and out on you. Oh boy, sister and brother too. I've tried it, just take my advice. If she is nice, nice as any night in June, just take her hand, she'll understand, and get out and get under the moon.
Well, hey folks, how y'all doing tonight? We are back again, amazingly enough, and at the helm, as always, Clickety Clap.
Hey, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing all right. What's up, Vic?
Hey Vic, what in the hell have I done? What the hell have I done? I'm gonna get my chat. Live chat has moved. Oh, thank you, YouTube.
Let's see. It's funny, we were just talking about haunts before the show, and now I felt I needed to go look to see if what the haunted road is doing.
Who knows? How's everybody doing tonight? Back again on a Thursday night. Got some news and some other things and so forth and so on, and we're definitely gonna make this a top of the hour stream because I have to head out of my house, get some stuff done, to come back to my house, to go to bed, to wake up at 6 o'clock my time in the morning. September is creeping up on us. Melina, it is, oh my god, it is, the heat is just, it got quote unquote cool here by like a few degrees, and now it's like, oh my God, we're going back up to 105,000 degrees. So I'm.
It was like 54 degrees here yesterday morning.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I don't think today, I mean, most of today it was probably in the 70s. I think it might have gotten up into the 80s like later in the day after all the cloud cover moved out and everything.
So basically say enjoy the heat because the predictive models are that like the winter is going to be like summer. Like it's just going to be absolutely outrageous.
They said up here we're supposed to have like a much stronger winter.
Yeah.
Last year we had maybe one day of measurable snowfall.
Jeez.
Where it was like, that was pretty much the only one day that, it was like, okay, maybe we just don't leave the house today. We still did because I was driving my WRX, which is made for, snow. And that was fun because it's pulling the e-brake, going around turns and shit, making the car slide sideways.
Hey, Ezekiel. Hey, Keith. Yeah, my dick den's been sweating profusely for 45 days.
Jesus. You guys, man, I don't know how you guys are doing it. You got that AC running?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm in the closet, as Gix would say. So I'm good to go here. I don't think if I was in my normal setup, I'd be able to run my equipment.
Yeah, no, your computer would overheat.
Yeah, it just would thermal shutdown after about a minute. But oh no, the Def Leppard CD is warped. Quickly to eBay.
Right. It's like I don't know. It's 68 in the house right now. I'm not sure what it is outside, but it's not. We fell like in a very small sliver of like we didn't quite get the massive heat wave everybody else was getting.
Well, like I said, I think when we go in reverse, you're going to be talking about like, everybody, we're 10 feet of snow. And in Florida, we're like, well, it's about 75 here. maybe 50 or something.
It's about 300 degrees in my house. Get a hotel and dunk your nuts in the dunny. All right, what the fuck is a dunny? Is it a toilet? You call toilets dunnies?
Yeah, I think we can derive exactly what he's talking about from previous.
I've heard like loo, head, water closet. I never heard dunny though. Hey, Chuck.
Hey, Chuck. 115. God.
Yeah, you guys can keep all of that nonsense straight the fuck away from me.
Well, my quote unquote new setup. This room, the room actually 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning will get down to 68.
Oh yeah, see, that's my normal. Like my house had better not get above 68 at any point in the day, no matter what. I got the fan on high. I'm still sweating.
I think the highest, even during the heat of the day, is about 74. So it's amazing that I go from wild ass to like having one room that is kind of a sanctuary. Hey, Ranger.
Okay, so it seems like I don't know if this was last year's thing because I don't remember last year at all. But it seems like they're doing a human slaughterhouse. Welcome to the slaughter, little piggies. Well, it says thanks for a great season. See you in the fall. So I guess that's what they did last year.
What the hell are you talking about?
The Haunted Road.
Oh,
So they're
just gone on a tangent.
They're doing a 30-minute route of the Haunted Road, stopping at the murder sites of infamous serial killers. If you make it to the end, you can leave the safety of your vehicle to join the afterlife party.
I mean, okay.
So the Afterlife Party has music, pop-up performers, the haunt market with Halloween dark art and creepy souvenirs, bar with themed cocktails and non-alcoholic drinks for purchase, complimentary human slaughterhouse haunted house. What the fuck are they doing anymore?
They got a meth head working on their Facebook page.
They're like, let's just take all of the major cliches and use that. Vic was here. He was here at the very beginning. I don't know if he's still here now.
Around, sure.
By the way, I stopped into your live stream the other day, Keith. I was under my gaming YouTube, so you probably didn't know who the hell it was. But I just said I was stopping to say hey and showing support and all that. Okay, you know. All right, cool. I was on there for probably 6 minutes, and you were like 35 minutes behind on the comments.
I even volunteered to work more hours just to be there. Yeah. See that. Vic is cleaning the house. Vic, do you have any inkling of like the rescheduling of your vendor event? I'm super serious. Like if I'm able to get off however many days, I would come up and help or something. He's in the corner.
I don't like the new location of the emoji button. I can't see part of comments because it's overlapping them.
You know, I'll be damned it's gone on I was like, where did it go? I'm on a tablet watching the show, and it's gone. I don't even see it. But I know what you're talking about.
It's weird.
Uh-oh. Vic, we got Vic for another 10 minutes.
Oh, well, we should probably go ahead and discuss this real quick for a moment. For those of you that aren't fully in the loop, as it were, I know I talked about it last week, and you could probably hear my voice. I wasn't like super into the stream. So we recently found out my mother has cancer. Started in her bladder, went to her bones, her lymph nodes, her kidneys, her liver, her lungs. They thought it went to her brain, but we found out today, after they did the full MRI, that in fact it was not. It wasn't in her brain. So that was, one shining spot in the last, 2 to 3 weeks of absolute shit. She's been super sick. She's trying to do as much as she can, and she just gets dizzy, and it's been super rough. So anyway, where this is going is we are planning to do a fundraiser for her. We're going to be getting some props and some other stuff from different people to raffle off on a live stream on here. So we'll do a live stream where you guys can donate to get, entered into the raffles. And then the following week, we will go ahead and do the actual raffle itself. We don't have an exact date on that, mostly because there's just so much shit going on in my daily life, and I want to, do it the correct way. So it's still very much in the works, but it's been a pretty rough time recently, and I know pretty much everybody on here knows my mom. She comes on here all the time. She always watches the show, whether she comments or not, is but she's usually giving Keith or Vic a hard time, or Reggie, or pretty much anybody. She always says hi to everybody. And she's always been the biggest supporter of this. So right now she's got probably another 3 to 4 days where she's going to be in the hospital. They just started chemo today. They have to see how she does with it and make sure everything is okay. And then they'll send her home, and then she'll be doing it every other week. But anybody that knows, the, insurance and hospital system in this country can completely understand how absolutely insane the bills get. And even with, my dad makes good money, I make good money, my wife makes good money, and we're all supporting her. The bills are gonna they're gonna pile up so much faster than we're even gonna be able to deal with. So, just something to help take a little bit of the strain off. Anything helps, honestly. I don't care. We make $5. That's $5 to go in, for whatever. It'll pay for half a Tylenol. Which is terrible, but I mean, that's kind of how it is. I mean, she has, good insurance and everything, but it doesn't matter. Even with the insurance, it's going to be crazy. She has, like another like 9,000 tests, they're going to do on her over the next few days while she's in the hospital, not to mention the fact that she's going to be in the hospital for probably about 5 to 6 days total. She's already been there for 2 days. So just a hospital stay alone is probably going to be $80,000 to $100,000. That's, before insurance and all that, but still, your insurance isn't going to cover everything. And I appreciate you guys, so much. And she does too. She knows it. She's, she's a firecracker, and she'll bust your balls faster than anybody. So, just got to get her back on her feet so she can continue to fight this bullshit and, hopefully be around for many, many more years. But anyway, that's just, a little bit of what's going on. There might be a show that gets canceled randomly, simply because I don't know where we're going to be or what we're doing. I sort of contemplated tonight canceling, and I was like, no, we're going to do it. We'll make it through it. It's just my wife was at the hospital all day, making sure she wasn't there by herself because I had to work, and she got there at like, I don't know, 8 o'clock this morning and didn't leave until 7:30 this evening. So it's a lot.
Vic, yeah, he's got away.
Yeah, so we're going to use PayPal for that. GoFundMe is outrageous with the amount that they take from people that donate. It's stupid. So I'm probably going to have Cash App and PayPal just for, multiple options set up. And their fees are nowhere near as ridiculous as, GoFundMe or any of those other ones. So I know not everybody has Cash App or PayPal, but PayPal is a little easier because you just, you're essentially using your card as access. Yeah, I was thinking Facebook Pay, but again, Facebook Pay is one of those things where not everybody's even on Facebook. So I just want to leave, a very with Cash App and what am I saying? What's the other one I was just talking about? Yeah, PayPal. I'm sorry. My trains of thought are just, I don't know. I can't stay focused on stuff very long.
James, you need to look into DonorBox too.
DonorBox?
Yeah.
I'll check into that one.
The stuff for the center. It's actually pretty. It's got a lot of features to it. Can't remember fees and whatnot, but look into it. And there's another one you can compare with.
And again, you know, the trio have been absolutely instrumental in this. Their help and support has just been unbelievable. I know Keith said he's going to donate some not released yet items, so you know, you have a chance to win some stuff that he's doing that isn't even available yet. And Vic, you know, Vic is Vic, so he's always got something up his sleeve. Dave, if he ever wakes up, I'm sure he'll be around too, but I'm sure you got a nap when it's 185 degrees with 10,000% humidity in Florida.
That's about accurate too. But yeah, James he's kind of putting all this together, and we'll give y'all a lot of time prior to when all this goes down. So
yeah, we're gonna do it auction style. It's gonna be more of like a raffle thing. So we were talking, I was talking to Keith about how they did everything for Pandora, and aside from, you know, the system you guys used, I can work those kinks out with no issues. But essentially it'll be like the first, you know, we'll do the actual charity stream for the donations, and then the following week we will do the drawing, and we'll leave it open for that following, you know, for that week too. So if anybody's not on the stream or catches it after the fact, they'll still have that time to, you know, get in on it. And then I'll do everything live on the stream as far as the giveaway stuff. And I do have a few people that I'm going to reach out to, some bigger businesses and such, that I want to see if they're interested in. But, you know, no promises on those, because you never know with, you know, large corporations. I know, Vic. Definitely, man. And it's super appreciated. We can't thank you guys enough. But, you know, on to other haunt-related items that aren't as depressing as this. Just so you guys know, that's kind of where we're at right now. It's not been super easy, but we're still charging forward and you know, trying to make things happen as smoothly as possible without any major interruptions. Yeah, let's talk about something that I know is Mike's favorite topic of all the haunts in the world. And that would be Halloween Horror Nights in, well, Orlando specifically, because I really haven't even paid attention to anything in Hollywood. Hollywood is like, they're so, every year is the same thing with, you know, maybe 2 things added. And I just don't care about that. If I'm going to go see the same shit over and over, I'm going to go to Knott's Scary Farm. I'm not going to Halloween Horror Nights in Hollywood. I just think that, like, Knott's has better actors. There's so many people that are still there, and everything. It's just, are we taking donations for the auction? Do you mean as far as like a item to auction off?
Third world has been denied.
Yeah.
I told James for the stream, I think in October I'm going to put more effort into going and doing some rounds at some haunts, local ones. Maybe end up in New Orleans for a few nights. I'm not sure.
That's always fun.
I need to. You know, we're out of pandemic mode, kind of. By the way, the quick news on that: COVID is kind of spiking up again.
Well, it's almost election time, so.
Well, yeah.
Not to get political, because we don't do that, but
Well,
you gotta
I'll be
call them
getting
as
all
you see them.
She said yes.
Yes.
Willing to take that.
Yeah, absolutely. Whatever, anything that you want to, donate for the auction, absolutely. I actually have a few things from my own private collection that aren't haunt related, so to speak, but they are fairly valuable collection items that I think I might throw in as well. Just
Yeah,
some
me too.
random mishmash items, It
Yeah,
won't, whatever we got.
yeah, it's gonna be like there's gonna be some stuff. There's gonna be some stuff only found here. Anyway, Horror Nights, go ahead, kill me with it. I hate it so much.
So let's go through the houses that we've heard so far. You know what? I gotta pull it up because I don't even know I only know a couple that I just don't care enough about to remember.
Going to lounge mode.
We're going to what?
I said, let me get into lounge mode so I can
So you don't throw shit.
Into a quick nap.
Well, I appreciate that, guys. Seriously, anything and everything, honestly. That's, whatever helps. Reggie, man, how are you doing? Good to see you, dude. I hope your health is improving and everything, is on the upward swing.
Yeah.
How sad is it now that when I type in Halloween Horror Nights doesn't even come up until I literally type in Halloween horror. And then it finally shows up.
Mine comes up with the warning, are you sure you want to visit this page?
Oh, that's good, man. Happy to hear that, for sure, dude. Oh,
Don't be too sure.
Sweet.
You might
I didn't even see the scare zones. I get to make fun of a whole bunch of other shit that I wasn't even expecting to. Actually, I can't say a bunch of. There's actually only 2 out of the 5 scare zones that look, they're just so played out. So anyhow, they're doing a scare zone called Sweet Revenge, which if you went to last year's fantastically terrible event, you might notice some things that are exactly the same as last year. It literally has the same graphics, and I see they included the little pumpkin that everybody got so jacked up about for some reason. I don't remember his name. I know it's something. And then they're doing a Horrors of Halloween, which the image for the scare zone is the Pumpkin Lord, who has now been there 3, maybe 4 years running. Literally had his own scare zone last year. So, okay, that's 2 repeated scare zones. That's good.
Oh, by the way, we'll have Reginald hopefully on the concrete, on the ground, maybe giving us some lowdowns of Horror Nights over on his side of the United States. It's not true that Ezekiel calls Stranger Things glory hole.
Oh, okay. So this is last year's. All right, then we're fine. The Facebook is just dumb and it's showing me literally last year's event.
Your news reporting, sir, is.
Oh my god, I was gonna lose my shit if they were really doing the same things.
I was enjoying the repeat stuff, which is why I don't like it anymore. Putting a roller coaster here back.
Yeah, Sean, that's how we're gonna do it. Well, I think what it is gonna be like it's $20 for your first purchase, for your first entry, and then it'll be like $5 or something for every additional entry that you add. So I don't want to go to the website. That's too much work.
The website that used to be so cool until they got cheap, and now it's.
Yeah, it disgusts me to look at the absolutely generic website that used to be one of the most fun websites to go to every year. But I'll do it. I'll do it for you. I'm not happy about it. I swear to God, if there's fucking sounds and audio, I'm gonna be pissed. Oh my God, they don't even have their own like actual website anymore. It's just sub-branded to Universal Orlando Resort.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
God, if they ever lose that domain, I will snatch it so fast. I know they won't, but oh my God, I'll.
All right, let's do haunted houses. All right, so haunted house number 1, that's a gigantic repeat for probably the 3rd year. I mean, they didn't do it the last 2 years, but this is the 3rd time they've used this intellectual property, which is going to draw in every 10 to 14-year-old in Florida and every state in the country. So you can enjoy all those fun kids while you're standing in line for 4.5 hours. It is Stranger Things. Try to escape the curse of Vecna.
Oh God.
Yep. So they're going to have 11 doing the
Walking Dead all over again.
It literally is. I mean, they're just milking this cash cow until she's dry. Which, I mean, I think they only have 1 season left of this show to go until it's done. So, you know, whatever. Oh, and then the next one, another solid intellectual property that is just unbelievably, anticipated is The Exorcist Believer. 2 missing girls have been found with no memory of what happened to them. But wherever they went, the ultimate evil has returned with them. Enter the most terrifying scenes from the new Blumhouse film. Okay, so we got the Blumhouse movie.
Oh my God, it's so original to have a Blumhouse movie.
I don't know if it's a Blumhouse or Blumhouse. I don't care. It's Blumhouse.
It's shit.
Let's see the next one. Oh, we got a good one. It is presented by PlayStation, The Last of Us. Step into the world of The Last of Us. You and your squad will encounter the haunting and overgrown world of the video game in a brand new, terrifying way. Stay silent if you want to survive a multitude of clickers, hunters, and more. Yeah, so it's
like an Epcot pavilion in a mall.
It's literally what they did when they did the plant house like 2 years ago. Well, it's the same thing. I mean, it's like a fungus that's taking over people. Okay, cool. I guess only seen that a billion times. Okay, let's get on to the next thriller.
I have not watched 1 episode of Stranger Things, by the way. And now I just refuse to.
I will say I did like this season of Vecna. It's more of a D&D thing, so I kind of get it. I'm not mad. I don't hate the series itself, but it doesn't need to be its own house again. Let's move on to the next thriller here. This one's a big one in the IP industry as well, because it's been super popular since the 80s. Chucky, Ultimate Kill Count. Chucky's back for even more carnage. Chucky, the serial killer doll, is back for new gore fest. He's hijacked his own haunted house with all kinds of bloody hijinks. You and your friends must try to survive his ultimate kill count. Wow.
It sounds like whoever does the wording on packaging at Dollar Tree has written all this stuff for Horror Nights. Use your crayon to write on things. Chucky the serial killer doll. Come on. Do they really need to tell us it was a doll? If you don't know who Chucky is, then maybe you shouldn't go.
Let's move on to the next one, which they haven't done in the last 4 years at all. I'm lacing that comment with just heaps of sarcasm. Although I will say, it does seem like they picked different monsters, so I will give them credit for this. However, it needs to be toned down a little. Okay, it's been too much. They've been doing too many of these. But I understand it's what the studio was based in and its roots. So I can respect that to a point. The next one is Universal Monsters Unmasked. So the last, 3-4 years, there's been Universal Monsters, which I think out of the last 3 years, they did include Dracula and the Mummy and the Wolfman all 3 times. However, this year they do have new Universal Monsters. So that's kind of fantastic. Hey, Leanne, how are you doing? I almost tried to pronounce your last name and then I realized I didn't know how to, so I stopped myself.
Hey, Leanne.
All right, let's get on to, this is one of their original houses. Again, beating a dead horse here with the stick. We got Dr. Oddfellow's Twisted Origins. Your soul is a price he's willing to pay. You won't be able to resist going inside Dr. Oddfellow's menacing menagerie of twisted oddities, but the price you and your friends is steep. Oh, the price for you and your friends is steep. The cost of your souls to feed his immortal power. Okay, so Dr. Oddfellow is the general, overall controller of, Jack and all that bullshit. So, again, how many times...
Jack is the one that was the head of everything.
Yeah. That's how I know it.
I'm just like...
Pronounce the French way. Riche. Yes, yeah, I would have said richer. I fucking died. I'm dumb. I don't know. I'm sorry. That's why I didn't do it. Yes, Oddfellow is the icon essentially. I'm air quoting and you can't see me, so I don't know why I did that. On to the next original. And I don't know how you could really call it original other than the fact that it was originally in Islands of Adventure. Dr. Oddfellow ended up killing Jack, but then his blood got infused into Jack. To really, yeah. There you go. There's your backstory. I don't know. I don't care. I don't care about Dr. Oddfellow or Jack, to be honest with you. I'm over it. I don't like clowns. The only clowns I like are killer clowns from outer space. Jack's been haunting the Halloween Horror Nights for far too long. And all this nonsense carnival shit can just go away. I don't like it. It's not for me. I mean, I clearly there are people that do enjoy it because they keep doing it, but then again, they really don't give a shit what the people that go there care about, they know they're coming back regardless. It's just the fandom for Halloween Horror Nights is a mental illness, I think.
At this point,
it really like that. There are people that like will send you death threats for, you know, talking shit about it. It's insanity. I don't mind being like a super fan into things, you know, whatever. Do your thing, do what you know you enjoy. It's just they take it so far, and it just, I don't know, it makes me jaded about it. I don't know how to really express it other than that. Okay, next one. So we talked about, I started talking about this. It was, you know, it's the Dueling Dragons. Choose thy fate. No matter who you choose, you lose. Then why fucking choose at all? Like, what's the point? Just don't. If you're gonna lose, no matter what choice you make, why bother? That seems like a stupid premise to me. Is this Sophie's Choice? So the tagline for this is, 2 warlocks of great power were turned into dragons after trying to take Merlin's spellbook. Now you and your friends are caught in their epic battle. You must choose a path and a victor. So it's literally Dueling Dragons roller coasters put into a haunted house. What? What the fuck?
Oh, maybe that means they kept the dragon entrance, and they're going to use that now for. They didn't destroy it.
I would give them props if they did, but I honestly don't think they kept it.
Probably not.
They probably sold that shit off so quick or just destroyed it for no reason. Let's see. Our next original, again, air quoting original.
Barbie doesn't get us a star. I think Barbie being a haunted HHN would be good.
You know what? If they took Barbie and made her into Chucky, that would be cool. You know, it's not Chucky. It's something similar, but a little different, and I would be more entertained by that. So she just goes around murdering Ken and all the other, I don't know any other Barbie character names. Rochelle? I don't know. This is not my forte. So the next one, which again, complete rehash of what they've done for like 3 years. Only now it's slightly different because it just is. That's all I can say. I don't know how it's any different, to be honest with you. The last one took place at a camp, like a cabin. This year it's taking place at a campground. I don't know. I think I find more cabins at campgrounds than anywhere else in the woods. So this one is Yeti Campground Kills. Yeti or not, here they come. Oh my God, I want to throw up after reading that.
Yep, this is why I don't go anymore.
Yeti or not, here they come. Come on. How do you have all this money and that's the best you can come up with?
Because they fired everybody. I think Ezekiel's got something there. Barbie turns into the Exorcist dildo. Well, this is, like I said, this is where Halloween Horror Nights could just stop with trying to make up BS for the houses and just have the houses. And call them House 1, House 2, House 3, House 4, and just stop. You know what I mean? They know that no matter what they do, people are going to pour their money into it. So somebody's probably sitting at their house with an iPad, just typing out crap. Okay, here's the house descriptions. Sure.
they're watching fucking what's it's not Chiller anymore, I don't think. What the hell's the new name of it? Whatever the streaming service is, it's all dedicated to horror now. I don't know. I pay for it, but I don't ever use it.
That's not Chiller? It's the one Mark talked about?
Yeah, I thought it was Chiller. Like, I thought that's what it originally was called, and I thought they rebranded it to something else. Shutter, yeah. So it went from like Chiller to Shutter, but Chiller, I think, was like a TV station. Yep, Shutter. It's Shutter. Okay. I knew it ended in ER. Had something to do with being cold. So let's see the tagline for this one. You and your friends are about to venture into a 1950s campground overrun by huge, menacing Yetis. So there are multiple Yeti. So why is it called Yeti Campground Kills and not Yetis Campground Kill? Maybe it's grammatically incorrect, I guess.
Well, that
Is Yeti plural? I don't know. Because if it's plural, why did they say Yetis in the tagline?
they don't care anymore. They literally don't care anymore. Like literally, it's like, here, you know what? Once again, here's all the descriptions for the houses. Y'all go back in the warehouse, pull random shit out, and that'll be the house. Don't build anything. Just use old shit. Oh look, we have some track that we didn't throw away. Dueling Dragons. Huh. Okay. Throw that in a warehouse. Put some lights on it. And there you go. There's the.
If they actually included roller coaster track in that house, though, I would give them like 1.5 points out of 100. But still, yeah, AZ's got all kinds of ideas. So the millennials are just using ChatGPT to do the marketing. That makes sense. Honestly, it does. I feel like if I asked like ChatGPT to come up with some stupid bullshit about a Yeti in a campground, that's probably what it would throw at me.
Probably. Except ChatGPT would know not to pluralize Yetis with an S.
Ooh.
Be smart enough not to know. Huh, maybe I shouldn't put an S at the end of Yeti.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna give them credit on this house. This seems like it would probably be my favorite house because the idea behind it, I feel, is the most unique of all of them. Not super unique, but close enough. So this one's called The Darkest Deal. Fame is fleeting, fear is forever. So I feel like it's kind of teetering on Tenacious D and The Pick of Destiny. That's kind of what I'm getting from the vibe of this. They could have come up with a way better name for the character, though. Blues musician. Hold on for this. This has to be a ChatGPT thing. It has to be. Because you're going to laugh your ass off when you hear the name of this person. Blues musician Pine Straw Spruce.
Oh no, that is definitely ChatGPT.
the dude's name is Pine Straw Spruce. Okay, let's sit on this for a moment. A multi-million-dollar company with tens of dollars in marketing comes out with a character named Pine Straw Spruce. They're like, hey, give us some trees and let's make that into a name. Because that's how, musicians name themselves. Pine Straw Spruce.
Here's your house icon, everybody. Pizza roll.
Pizza fries. All it is like an 8.5 hour wait to get some soggy, no flavored, hard but somehow mushy fries covered in 18 pounds of cheese and 1 1/4 pepperonis.
God.
And at the end of this 8.5 hour wait, you know what your reward is? You get to pay the people at the exit $15 to leave the house.
Yeah, I can literally see me waiting 3 hours to go into some house and like main character was called like I don't know spinach dip.
Like, what the fuck? What? Why don't they call them like fir grass oak tree?
Yeah. Hey everybody, my name's Live Oak.
Honestly, live oak. What the hell's the name of another tree? Ash. Live oak ash sounds better than fucking pine straw spruce. Jesus Christ.
But you know what? People eat it up. They'll say, "Oh my God, it's the best house ever." You see pine straw in there? What? Sorry, what are we talking about? Pine straw? What now?
My name is Redwood. Hey, Jeremiah.
Rotten wood ash.
All right, let me finish reading this tagline because I don't know if it's going to get better or not. So, blues musician Pine Straw Spruce will have to face the music after meeting with the collector and trading his soul for musical. Okay, so it is Tenacious D and probably like 40 other movies. You and your squad learn the terrible price of fame. So it's trading, it's the devil went down to Georgia, but like,
what the fuck is the collector's name? Wood chipper?
Well, so in the picture, yeah, wood chipper. He's coming for pine straw spruce.
Oh, spruce. God, Jesus. Hey everybody, I'm the collector. My name's Vic Lighter.
His name is fucking. I lost what I had because I'm still taken aback by the fact that anyone would ever name any character Pine Straw Spruce.
Soft Oak Cherry Redwood. Yeah, but Soft Oak Cherry Redwood sounds like a porn name. At least that's kind of cool.
Soft Oak Cherry Redwood. Yeah, the collector's name was. The collector is, Kingsford.
I'm done with it. I'm done. Is there any more? Are there any more houses?
We've got one more that is definitely on the realm of overplayed absolute bullshit. Wait, there might be another one after that. Hold on. No, that's the last one. Okay, so this one, super original, very, very much original on the ideas. Blood Moon Dark Offerings. Bleed for the Blood Moon. In a colonial era village, moon worshippers witness a blood moon at their fall festival. They take it as a sign to hunt down any non-followers, including you and your Scream squad. What is with them in the fucking squad? Why do they keep using the word squad and everything? This shit is 100% dedicated to kids that are like 14 years old. I swear to God.
In the 90s.
Like,
Nobody's use the squad anymore.
It's my squad. Yeah, the only squad that counts is the Monster Squad. That's it. Don't come at me with anything else about squad. It's essentially, it's fucking, what's that shitty movie that they made like 48 different movies about? And the killing was legal for a night or whatever. The shit that they did the houses for like 45 years.
What? I don't know.
It was like, the fucking dude, I can't remember jack shit right now. I'm sorry. My brain is just elsewhere. I'm still stuck on fucking Pine Straw Spruce.
God.
Meet the Collector.
Right was the one where the cow got like possessed by the devil, and his name was Medium Rare.
I would rather go to that than this anything involving someone named Pine Straw Spruce. Purge. That's it. Purge. It's Purge with a cult following.
Squad.
Hello, fellow
Well-
teenagers. How are you doing? Did this just turn into a Steve Buscemi movie? It did. It did. Except it would be better than this.
I told all of y'all that Halloween Horror Nights sucked years ago. Like, its heyday was completely over, and I'm hoping that anybody that like didn't believe me, like tonight, understands what I was talking about.
I was okay with the Darkest Deal until the third and fourth words in the tagline. Pine straw spruce. Pine straw, one word, mind you. Spruce, another. Meeting the Collector, Kingsford charcoal lighter fluid. Sponsored.
Bye.
That's what's gonna happen. I guarantee you. They're going full Fast and Furious on Halloween Horror Nights. Everything's gonna be branded to some bullshit.
Oh my god.
All right, did they? I don't even know. I don't. They had to have announced the scare zone somewhere. I know. Okay, here we go. Scare zones. Let's see what kind of fun we can have here, because I already know one that's a complete and absolute rebranding of the same bullshit they did about 4 years ago. Let's get into this, though. We'll start with the first one. Oh, okay. Very original. Can you guess who this involves? Dr. Oddfellows, Collection of Horror. So it's the house in the street. All right, fun. Dr. Oddfellow will lure you into Halloween Horror Nights with a promise of immortality as he lifts the veil on all the horrors to come. You'll soon realize you may not even survive the night. So it literally is going to be the house in the street. That's fun. Because what I wanted to do was relive that shitty house again. Next scare zone. Let's see. Okay, so it's called Dark Zodiac. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and say this right now. Every scare zone has Dr. Oddfellow involved in it.
Sure.
So for Dark Zodiac, Dr. Oddfellow has entered a dark dimension to harness the power of the Zodiac and live forever. He twists the signs into malevolent beings who foretell your doom. As his star rises, yours falls. Okay, so Lady Luck, but somehow dumber, which is quite a feat. That's cool. Well, okay, here we go. This is a fun one. Jungle of Doom, Expedition Horror. Ooh, I mean, what are they doing? What are they? Come on. In the 1920s, Dr. Oddfellow ventured deep into the darkest jungle, performing horrific experiments on nature. Now his monstrous creations are running amok and are coming after you.
Holy fuck. So they're saying Oddfellow, like, basically genetically produced pine straw Bruce.
Yeah. He jerked off onto the pine straw, and it somehow melded with the spruce, probably through like some pollination from a twisted bee that, you know, suckled on the pine straw.
You're gonna be walking through like a rendition of Home Depot's like garden department,
Yeah.
watching Oddfellow, you know, banging potted plants, and then boom, there's pine straw spruce.
There he is. It's fucking pine straw spruce. He's just a cheap knockoff of Groot from.
And it's yours for $4.99. Plant him in shade and give him a lot of water.
And this one I absolutely love. The next one is an absolute banger, because all they did was change the decade of which this whole thing takes place. This one's called Vamp 69 Summer of Blood, which, if you remember, 3 or 4 years ago, they had Vamp 89. So there you go. That's what you got to work with.
So Ezekiel, Jack was a fan favorite icon of Halloween Horror Nights. Like, you have to kind of look him up. It's really kind of neat. But then they run him into the ground. I had never heard of Oddfellow before, but apparently they're having to make up something that's, Jack was always thought of as like the absolute, like he was like
the ringleader.
He's a fan, right? And so Oddfellow apparently is the mastermind behind.
Well, he killed. Reggie said he killed Jack, and somehow his blood mixed with him, probably somehow through something to do with pine straw spruce.
God.
So he became like, this super badass who jerks off on plants and does whatever he does in the woods.
This Halloween Horror Nights house is sponsored by Miracle Grow. So, Ezekiel, the best thing to do really to get a really good like history is to kind of like do some Googling, because it'd probably make more sense than what's yapping out of my mouth. But Halloween Horror Nights is just not. I literally have anti-desire to ever go to it again, and that's sad because I was one of those people who were just like, oh my God, I can't wait. It's the week of Halloween Horror Nights, and I would drive down there, and I knew exactly where I was staying, and I had it timed out, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was so much hype back in the day. Like I used to I would be on message boards like all the time, doing all this shit, and now it's I'm literally scoffing at them naming a character Pine Straw Spruce.
Yeah, that's just that literally is just, it's just so lazy, and Horror Nights just used to be an absolute just.
They were creative. They did a lot of cool shit.
Yeah.
They had their flops, but it was like, it was more like 80-20. Now it's more like 10-90.
Yeah. I would, and it's too crowded. They oversell tickets. It's just too much. But there's still people that just think it's oh my God, it's the best thing since sliced bread. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's just, there's 1,500, 2,000 haunted attractions in the United States, and they're, some of them I would never go to, but spend your money with mom and pop places instead of giving Universal money for absolute crap. You know what I mean? But
I love. I would, I would go through a house titled Pine Straw Spruce Splinters from the Glory Hole before I would enter whatever bullshit house they just came up with.
Yeah.
All right, let me read the tagline for Vamp 69 Summer Blood, because it's going to be an absolute barn burner. At a 60s music fest in a small New York town, you'll jam to popular bands with fellow concert goers until Dr. Oddfellow unleashes vicious vampires on the audience. They're out for your blood. Okay, let me go back to when they did Vamp 89, which was essentially Times Square, New York City, in the year 1989, and when the ball drops, all the vampires attack you. So same fucking thing, different year, absolute bullshit. Try to defend this, please. They're going to use the exact same costumes they had from Vamp 89, only they're going to stitch on some things to make them look more 60. It's fucking stupid. I don't care. I'm sorry. This year sounds like absolute trash. And these descriptions are only making them worse. I mean...
Oh my God.
All right, in the final one, we've got Shipyard 32, Horrors Unhinged. Enter a 1940s San Francisco shipping yard full of mysterious crates in cages bearing Dr. Oddfellow's symbol. Beware, his nightmarish oddities have now escaped, spreading fear and chaos in their wake. All right, so we're going. Let's
You're gonna
check.
bring your squad.
Let's check the years here. We got 1920s, 1960, 1940s. All right, so we're just doing decades of absolute nonsense. I don't see how any of these scare zones are going to be in any way cohesive. They kind of left out the 30s and the 50s. They could have included those decades into the other two scare zones. You know what? I would rather go through the Scooby-Doo movie where they were on the island. That seems like more fun to me. All right, I'm going to address Danny's comment that she made because they wove the lore through all the things, but the lore fucking sucks. It's so stupid. Okay, they put it in everything, fine, but like the lore itself is terrible. It's not good. It's not even creative. All they did was take very normal like themes for haunts and put this dude's name attached to it and was like, oh, he's the reason. That's it. Like it's just Dr. Oddfellow did this in the jungle, and then he had a Summer of Blood, and then he had a bunch of shipping containers probably full of the Fast and Furious cars. Yeah. Absolutely terrible. There was not one thing that I just read that made me want to even attempt to try to go.
No, it's a waste of money. It's 100% waste of money.
Let me see what the ticket prices are this year.
$1 billion. Because Oddfellow needs money. Oddfellow sounds like a nickname for Ron Jeremy in a James Bond porn knockoff.
Okay, so the frequent fear pass this year, so you get 30 nights, is now $229.99. So $230 plus tax. You know what the frequent fear pass cost in like 2006?
$1.
It was $65. Maybe $70. And you got to do the same amount of shit that you're doing now. And now it's $229.99.
And it was better. Infinitely. It was infinitely better.
And you still have to pay for parking every time you go. So that's another like $30, which used to be $30 for premier parking. But okay. Oh, let's address the ultimate frequent fear pass, which you get up to 48 nights. Why does there need to be 48 nights of Halloween Horror Nights is beyond me. It used to be like 2 weekends a month in October. Now you have 48 nights to enjoy the same bullshit repeatedly. And you get free regular parking after 5 p.m. And you know what the total for that is?
$1 billion.
$374.99. So $375 per person plus tax. So if you wanted to do that with let's just say a significant other, you're fucking $750. That's fucking stupid. I don't know. I just can't. We already know Mark's spending like $2,000 this year, so he's putting into the pot of.
Yeah, Mark is the supporter of Halloween Horror Nights. If it weren't for him, they'd close.
And that's not even including, when he's just sitting at the bar drinking, because that's like another, $1,000 a night.
Yeah.
Okay, so Danny's going once for free because she has the premier annual pass, so she gets one night for free. And then she's going to pay for another ticket. So it's still going to cost you, depending on the night that you go, at the cheapest it's going to cost you $90 with tax. Let's just go from there, depending on the night you go, because as we know, certain nights they fucking like double or triple the price, which is insanity. I don't understand it. Let's see what their pricing is for a decent night. Okay, September 1st. I guess that's opening night, I'm assuming. $103.99 for one night. Saturday, September 2nd, is $114.99. Let's get into October and see where we're at. Okay. 2 Saturdays in October are $124.99. For one fucking night. One single night at Halloween Horror Nights.
Hey, try October, try Halloween. That's a Tuesday night. See if that's a premiere night. If they're even open.
No, actually it's only $90.
Oh, because it's Tuesday night.
Yep. And then they're open until November. Jesus Christ, they're open till November 4th.
Well, that's just the next weekend.
And the last night of the event is $104.99 for that Saturday.
Is that 99 cents?
So 105 plus tax. Let's go with that. It now costs it costs $30 more to go for one single night than it used to cost to go every night of the event back in 2006. Insanity.
Everyone. Well, I just, like I said, for me, it's sad because I literally went for 13, 14 years, whatever it was, straight. And I brought plenty of people. My parents went. I took my parents, treated them to the whole shebang. I'm glad they got to see it in its heyday. Because now I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. I really wouldn't.
I'm all for going to find the Spruce Goose. I'd much rather go find the Spruce Goose than pay any amount of the money to go to the bullshit they have this year. I mean, I know Mark is all jacked up about it. He's like, oh, this is like the most original year they've had in how long? Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't see it. I don't see it. Not to mention, they took out fucking Monsters Cafe to put in a goddamn Minions Cafe. They're making terrible decisions all over the place. As you can tell, we're never being sponsored by Universal at any point in our existence. Just won't happen. Well, I can't say that because when I worked there, I actually made, at the time, 2007, I made almost $14 an hour as an actor there. And that was working 45 minutes on set, 45 minutes off set. So I was literally getting paid almost an hour every other hour for doing literally nothing. So I can't complain about what I was being paid, but I also had to work with animals, so I had a boost in pay. Because I think back then they were only paying like $8 or $9 to street actors at the time. But I was with the Rat Lady, so we were considered a special class because we had animal interaction. Oh yeah, we need to.
Yeah, I myself am on a time frame this evening because I have several days worth of craziness ahead of me at the center.
Ooh, hold on, one more giant bit of absolute glory right here. It's almost done, but the fact that they are charging this is kind of disgusting. Halloween Horror Nights, Taste of Terror Dining. Get your first bite of fright with an all-you-care-to-enjoy preview of select Halloween Horror Nights food and drinks before the event season starts. Select nights, August 10th through the 26th, so it literally ends in 2 days. Theme park admission for the same day is required and not included. Let's go ahead and take this for a minute. Per person, to go to this thing to try the food they're going to have at the event, just to get a sampling of it early, $135.99 plus a theme park admission, which is another $100. So $235.99 plus tax.
Yeah,
And
but Oddfellow tater tots and chili.
literally,
Sponsored by
just so you could go try that shit. You could try their little monster burger with fucking donut and habanero peppers.
All food smoked with pine straw spruce. Oh shit. Yeah, Ranger, I agree. People are just antsy to get out, but
I don't know.
now I like Universal. I like Universal and Islands of Adventure. I would go there when it's cooler and during the day and ride all the rides until I just couldn't, take it anymore. But to go and to go to Halloween Horror Nights, that it will never not know how. Once Comcast acquired the rest of the shares of Universal, that's exactly when everything went tits up. Literally to the day. And we talked about this for ages. So, yeah, I won't be going. I very much like Universal and Islands of Adventure. Very much.
Oh, they're great theme parks. And I love, annual pass holder, love the parks, love, everything on site. But I'm sorry, this event is literally a dumpster fire.
Yeah, very much so.
It's just they're just literally milking this cow till there's nothing left, and at this point they've moved on to powdered milk.
Yeah, expired powdered milk.
Yeah, probably from the 1920s that were jizzed on by the fucking Oddfellow and Pine Straw Spruce.
Yeah, Pecan Sandy.
I get it. People want things to do. They want to go do stuff. We're 3 years out of the whole lockdown business and everything. So maybe they just, I don't know. To me, in the economy that we're in, and the way everything costs so fucking much, I don't know. To me, the dollar costs more than what I would spend on something that involves a guy named Pine Straw Spruce. Much less $750 other dollars to go along with it. Christmas Tree Jones. Welcome to the taste testing for Halloween. It's all the leftover Thanksgiving candy corns in a bowl. That's your reward for $136 plus daily admission. Ugh. Anyway, let's end this shit so you can go.
Yeah, I hate doing that. I really do. I have to head back out of the house. I'm on a bit of a time crunch so I can get back here. But great show. James will put together everything and let y'all know about the auction / fundraiser / fantastic that y'all are coming together for this bit. As far as I know, we should be having another show next Thursday, but we'll let you know. I don't know my schedule yet. I kind of do.
I definitely don't know mine. I mean, I just don't know where we're going to be at that point. So who knows?
Yeah. But Anyway, yeah, let's wrap it up so that you can go to bed and I can get out. But definitely thank y'all so much once again. Y'all are absolutely beyond amazing. There's no words for it. Shows are fantastic like y'all are. So I appreciate it. I'm going to pass it on to James. And thank you.
Oh yeah, I definitely appreciate it. You guys are all freaking awesome. It's been rough the last few weeks, and sometimes I just need to vent over stupid shit like, let's never forget Pine Straw Spruce. That's going to live on forever. And I look forward to making fun of it some more next week or the following week. And then probably every week after that, because I'm not letting that shit go, because that's the dumbest thing I've heard since The Haunted Road. Anyway, good evening. We'll see you when we see you. But everybody be good and be safe, and don't fucking name any of your characters after trees. And
2 trees.
Yeah, 2 trees. I know ChatGTP is more evolved than that. Like they literally just threw tree names into a hat and then drew them out selectively. That's all that was. That's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for them. Anywho, good night. We'll see you. Have fun.
Good night, folks. Be excellent to each other. Thanks again.